Hello, and welcome to TCTV's Mission Nonprofit. I'm Lynn Harmon Lumpkin, and I'm so delighted that you could join us here today. We want to send special wishes to Robert Cam, your regular host, who was called away yesterday when his father passed away, and so our best wishes are with him. In the meantime, we're very pleased to have with us today representatives of the Boys and Girls Club of Thurston County, and sitting immediately to my left is Joe Ingolia, who is the Chief Executive Officer. Welcome, Joe. So nice to have you with us.
Thanks, Lynn. It's very nice to be here.
Excellent. And sitting next to him, we have our young man, Brandon Pavlik, who is the Youth of the Year of the Boys and Girls Club of Thurston County. Welcome and congratulations on your honor. We'll be looking forward to talking to you about how that all came about.
Thank you.
And finally, we have Patrick Grimes, who is the teen coordinator for the Boys and Girls Club. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's so good to have you all here.
Thank you.
I think a lot of us just assume we know what goes on with the Boys and Girls Club if we don't have children involved in it. And Joe, what is the mission exactly?
Sure. We're there to help kids, school-age kids, during out-of-school time, grow up to be fantastic, giving, growing members of our community. So we're there in those after-school hours, usually when parents are at work or can't be there with their kids.
And I suppose over the years, this has evolved to more of an after-school type of care program. Activity program.
Sure, it's a little bit different than say an after-school daycare. We are a program-based facility where the kids can come and go as they please and go to the programs that they enjoy. Everything from homework and tutoring and educational support to character and leadership skills, to physical fitness activities, to just recreational activities where they get to spend time with their friends and the staff members and really just enjoy one another's company.
Well, what are some of the activities and so forth that you do to exalt your mission?
Sure. First and foremost, we really have a very strong focus on education. We work very closely with families, with the schools, with the teachers, and of course with the kids themselves to support kids in their schoolwork and moving them towards graduating from high school and getting into college.
You have mentors and
we do.
Counselors?
We do. We have paid staff members. They're supplemented by volunteers who come in and they do everything from helping a kid directly with their homework to providing educational enrichment activities for the kids.
And is it fun?
It is a lot of fun. So everything we do at the club is fun because we say that we're not school and we know the kids don't have to be there. So if the kids aren't having fun, they're not going to come.
So where is your facility located?
Sure, we have 4 facilities here in Thurston County. Our first facility is on the campus of Tumwater High School, which in what used to be their bus barn. And we've renovated that. The school district lets us use that. We've renovated it to turn into a club. Second club that we opened was in Rochester. It's now in the Rochester Community Center, which is the old primary school off of Highway 12. And then our third club was in Lacey. That was founded originally out of Nisqually Middle School and now is in a surplus warehouse that the school district owns, and we renovated that, of course, and turned it into a busy clubhouse. And then the last club we opened was in the fall of 2009. We opened an after-school program at a Jefferson Middle School on the west side, on the west side.
Fantastic. How many youth do you have involved in the program right now?
Quite a bit. We see about 700 kids a day.
700 kids a day?
Yeah,
that's phenomenal.
Pretty busy places.
And that's excellent. And what are the age ranges?
We serve all school age. So we say that from the first day they start kindergarten to the last day they graduate high school. But the majority of our kids are between 7 and 12 years old.
And do you see areas where you just know that being a member of the Boys and Girls Club has improved the quality of life for young people?
Sure. I think typically people think that the kids who go to the Boys and Girls Club are kids that are on the lower end of socioeconomic scale. And really all kids attend the Boys and Girls Club. And, I always say that every kid could use another positive adult in their lives. So we see some cases where there are kids who could really use, whether it's a single parent family or just, both parents are really busy working or whatever the case is. We see a lot of cases where kids just need an adult to know that they're worth something and they have some value. And so,
that brings up something that, and I'm sure you can verify this, that I talked to a social work administrator who did a lot of research with kids. And he once was very curious why you could take one child who lived right next door to another child. Sure. Same socioeconomic situation, same groups, same school, and yet one kid achieved and had a life that he would call successful, and the other child did not. And so he was curious, what was it that made the difference? And the research said one adult.
That is absolutely right. That's funny that you said that. I remember a long time ago when I was in college, I had a professor, one of my professors was teaching human development, and he said, listen, you're going to learn a lot through your career. And he said, the truth of the matter is that you're going to learn, what kids really need is just somebody who loves and cares about them and will support them. Doesn't mean you're always going to say yes to them or always tell them that they're right. In fact, that may be the wrong thing sometimes. But you're right. We think one person can make a huge difference in the lives of a kid.
Make you feel like you're worth something.
Yeah.
If you don't. Well, Brandon.
Yes.
What he says, is it true? Is it a Boys and
Of
Girls
course
Club?
it is. That basically summarizes
And what has been your experience with the Boys and Girls Club? How long have you been a member, first
Well,
of all?
I've been a member since 2007.
And what are some of the activities that you participated in?
I participate in all of them, really.
I'll bet you're kind of becoming a mentor to the younger kids.
Yes, I junior staff, which is a program where you just mentor the kids.
And so what was it that brought you this honor of being the Youth of the Year?
Well, just me junior staffing and showing commitment to the club and helping out a lot.
And how do you think being a member is going to serve you for the rest of your life?
Well, before the club, I was antisocial, and now I love meeting new people, and it's a great experience.
And that enhances your life, you find?
Yeah, I think it does.
And are some of your best friends, are they club members too?
Well, all my best friends I've met are through the club.
Well, that's wonderful. Well, now we have Patrick over here, and you're the head of the teen program.
Yes, ma'am.
And so, what does that mean exactly? What do your jobs entail?
My job is to help my teams to be I like to help them to be the very best that they can be in their homework and just in life in general. To help them overcome things, to be there, to speak to them, share things in my past to help them that they're going through. So I'm kind of like an open book to them, there's, with Brandon and a lot of other ones, to help them and guide them through their situation and keep them positive and going, when tough times are hard, just, stand tall, keep moving, keep believing, and you're going to get through it.
That sounds very satisfying. I can tell the way you're.
Oh yeah, I mean, let me tell you, since I've been at the club here, I really enjoyed myself. I've always worked with kids, but this club here, I really love what I do, and I would do anything for this club, for Joe, for Shelika, for the kids. I just love to help out and love to be a big part of an organization as this is. Watching this organization grow over the years and to reach out to the community, to the kids, and turn them around. Some come through that are rough, and then, I've had some, and I've turned them around. Just being there and social, and giving them positive feedback, and and so forth on.
I'll bet they touch base with you after they leave the program and grow up. They must.
Oh, they do. I see quite a few of them. It's really rewarding when they leave high school and they go to college, and it might be a month or a year later, and they thank me for being there. A lot of them have come to the club. I've coached a lot of them too, and so I do get to see them in the neighborhood and doing wonderful, positive things. Makes me feel good to, plant that seed in them, and
Well, I don't think Brandon did a very good job in explaining why it was that he was honored as Youth of the Year. Maybe you could
Me and Brandon got to really know each other quite a bit over the years. There's a lot of things that he went through that I've gone through that I've shared with him and helped him to overcome these situations and to make him stronger and better. And he really has come a long ways. And he gets along with everybody in the teen center. He doesn't argue about doing anything. We run a lot of programs, the Keystone program, where we reach out to the community, go to retirement homes and things like that, or go paint graffiti. Money Matter, we run Money Matter, teaching them how to manage their money, to be successful doing that when they're in their buying a car or and so forth. How to manage their money.
Yeah, sometimes those skills are overlooked.
Yeah, they are, and so they get a kick out of that. And goals for graduation, setting them up and getting them ready to make sure they got their short-term, middle-term, and long-term goal. And Brandon has just been really there and focused. And junior staff, and he talked about that, is where they go out in each room. We have art, ed, tech, gym, rec, and they go out and they assist and they help the other staff members. And why they can't go get the balls or something, they will go because we're there to watch the kids and make sure that they're having fun and safe. And so they'll go do something for one of the staff members and come back and everything. And so, yeah, he's done really wonderful.
Really good. See, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, Joe, if we were to walk into one of the facilities,
Sure.
what would we see?
You would see an absolute beehive of activity. I tell you, they're very busy places. Kids of all ages engaged in all kinds of programs. And really what you'd see are relationships being built, because you just had a chance to see our secret weapon, and that's our staff members. Staff members like Patrick, who are there for the kids, engaging the kids, teaching the kids, leading them, sharing with them. And that's the heart of what we do. It's about relationship building. And we like to say, the kids think they're coming to a recreation program, but what they're really getting is guidance and mentorship and leadership and all those very important things.
Well, I understand that we have a video that might give us a little insight on what you do down there. So let's take a look at that now.
So basically the kids come after school. We're open after school until 7 o'clock, and that's Monday through Friday. And so during a crucial time when parents are at work and the kids have free time after school is when we're open. So they get to the club, they scan in, and then there's a number of different activities that are available for them in the afternoon.
When the kids arrive here, they check in at our front desk and they actually have an open choice time. So what that means is there's 5 different areas which they can go into. We have a games room, we have a gym, upstairs we have an art room, we have an education room, and we have a technology lab, which is basically a computer lab. And so they get to choose what area they want to be in, and then there's a staff member in every room who's running a structured activity that day. 4 o'clock we have an assembly where all the kids go into the gym, and then we give them choices of where they want to go for power hour. And what power hour is, it's a block of time from 4 to 5 where they can actually get homework done, do reading, or play an educational game. 3 rooms actually are dedicated strictly for homework, and then the other 2 rooms, that being basically the games room and the gym, are dedicated to, it's an alternative to homework. If they don't have homework that day, they can play an educational game.
I've been coming to the Boys and Girls Club since I was 5. My favorite thing to do every single day here would be go to Ed Room and read books just a lot, and I love the activities here.
We have family nights every month, and so family nights usually happen from 6 to 8 or 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. at night. And what that is during that time we'll feed them. It could be a pizza feed, it could be a spaghetti feed. We basically pick something different every time. And so along with actually getting fed, we'll have an activity. This month, March's family night, we'll actually have food and talent show. We've had everything from indoor soccer with an inflatable arena. We've shown movies. We just got a Xbox Connect.
Well, I just absolutely love to go to family night because you get free food and dessert. each time it's different.
I think one of my favorite parts is dancing with the kids, especially during our summer camp. We play some games in the morning to get, because some of the kids, the club opens at 7:30 in the summer, and so by the time we get to assembly, they're still a little drowsy. So we'll get them up, we'll do some dancing, and I like dancing with the kids.
My favorite area of the club, I would have to say, is the games room. I feel like the games room is really the heart and soul of the club. It's kind of the hub. All of the kids have to come through the games room. It's where the most activity goes on. They do tournaments. They have a lot of social recreation time. I started in Washington at Boys and Girls Clubs in the games room.
The cost is $25, and that's for the school year. So that goes from September to June, and that's one-time fee, and that includes transportation. So we try hard to keep our fees low so that everybody can have an opportunity to join the clubs. And even if they can't afford that $25 annual fee, we still have scholarship opportunities. We're not going to turn any kids away for lack of funds or with the economy and whatnot. So we'll find a way to get kids in.
We really depend on community members to make donations. We do get grants, and so it's a community Boys and Girls Club, and if it weren't for the community, then we wouldn't really be able to have a Boys and Girls Club. Honestly, Boys and Girls Clubs is really a resource for families, not just the kids, but the entire family. We're a resource for parents. We connect families to different resources in the community, and I think that we're really a bridge for a lot of things that families need. So.
Well, that was just excellent.
That was great.
Just really great. It makes me want to go. And it looks immaculately clean. It's so festive and well painted and colorful, and then all of those activities that you have going on there, and everybody looked so engaged and having fun. Boy, congratulations! It's just a wonderful place to go. And so you said you're open 5 days a week. And you take all of these kids, you've got, what, 4 locations, and it's only $25 a year? And,
Right.
and he mentioned something about transportation was involved in that. $25 a child in no way comes close to covering all the expenses that you surely have to have to operate an organization of that size. So how do you fund yourselves?
Sure, we do everything and anything we can to raise funds. About 98% of our funding is local here in Thurston County. We do all kinds of things, everything from grant writing, of course, to special event fundraisers, to sort of a traditional annual campaign. We call it our "It Just Takes One" campaign.
There we go.
So, and we do a variety of activities to try to raise that funding.
You know, it's so easy to see a group as well known. I mean, how long has the Boys and Girls Club been around? It's been
Nationally, over 100 years. I think coming up on 105 years.
and many of us, you know, have been involved in the Boys and Girls Club ourselves at one time or another. And so you see an organization like that, and it looks so well established, and they must be doing really well and all that. And we fail to recognize that it is imperative that donations are received and on a regular basis, or there's no way that these organizations can continue.
Oh, that's absolutely true. I mean, whether it's for the Boys and Girls Clubs or any of our local nonprofits. I mean, we get really excited when we have a successful fundraiser, and then we typically celebrate for 2 or 3 minutes and say, let's get back at it again.
Exactly.
So.
It's never resting. Has the times when we've had these recessive times, has that impacted your
It
fundraising?
has, but you know, of course, again, like many nonprofits, when times are tough, not only do our resource bases shrink, but the need grows. So we find we're serving more kids than ever. So we have to be really smart about how we raise funds and really get out there and work hard for the kids.
So we could be safe to say that businesses, I mean, you know, if we have businesses watching and saying, well, what can I do to support my community, that this would be a good place to give a donation, and for other types of organizations or church groups or other groups that want to raise money, and, you know, let's share with what we have. You would be willing to take any of that.
Absolutely. We say we want to give everybody a chance to say yes to kids.
And any of our viewers, if they wanted to write a check, they could even send it to us, but we're going to give address and information so folks know how to get in touch with you. So it's really important to know that a group like this needs this continuous support. And the reason you look so good is because of these things, and that's what we want.
Sure.
Right? We want our
Absolutely.
kids to come there and have a good feeling. And you did emphasize there's no socioeconomic parameters for this. This is for everybody.
It's for every kid.
And one kid might come every night after school, and another might come 3 times a month.
That's exactly right. And every kid and every family has a different need. And right, some kids are tried and true club kids like Brandon here, come every single day. And some kids, right, they may come just a couple times a month or so.
And then you pointed out also that you help with homework, and so that's not a problem. It's not like you're going to go play after school and not get the stuff done.
Sure.
What about volunteers?
Absolutely. We have a paid staff. The kind of the core of what we do is our paid staff, but we have a variety of volunteers who are able to bring their abilities and interests to support the kids. We have volunteers who come in and do scrapbooking, volunteers who play basketball, volunteers who play chess with the kids, a little bit of everything.
So and again, I dare say that you would take a volunteer once a month, or you'd take them.
Absolutely right. It just depends. We have some volunteers who come almost every day.
And so that also is important. So if any of our viewers are looking for something to do with their time, retired, or want a little something to do, that you could come by and help out. And it looks like you could help out with whatever your skill or special talent might be. If you're a great chess player, then this would be a good thing to do.
Surely.
So surely you have plans for the future.
We do. I mean, all of our clubs are growing. But we're looking at a very strategic relationship with the Olympia School District. We're hoping to build a club on the west side of Olympia in the Garfield Elementary School neighborhood.
Fantastic. There was something that, and I think you explained it, but I just kind of missed it. You were talking about the transportation. So what does that mean? That you pick kids up after school?
We do, yeah. We have vans where we go and reach out and pick up the kids at school. And again, the school districts themselves support us with some bus transportation. And they've all been very cooperative because they see the value of the club after school. Many of our school districts, all of our school districts that we work with, are very forward-thinking in the sense that they know at 3:15 when the bell rings, those kids don't stop being their kids. So those kids who have homework support, a healthy snack and supervision and a safe place in the afternoon, come to school the next day better prepared.
That's just fantastic. Have you seen some real success stories where obviously we have Brandon here, but you've seen some kids come in and you think, oh boy, it looks like the end of the ropes for this kid, and give him a year, and how's that going for you, Patrick?
Oh, very well. As far as I do, I have teens who come in very rough, but after a week or two, a month, and they get engaged in the other kids, and they take to them or to her, and they make them feel welcome as a family, and we start playing pool or running our activities, Money Matter and all that, and within that amount of time, they're a different person. And I've had a lot of parents compliment me too. What'd you do with Johnny, or what'd you do with Susan? Seem really more outgoing and open, instead of closed up in their shells and everything. So yeah, I try to do everything I can for them.
And all of us who have been parents, and it can be some of the greatest parents in the world. Sometimes you just get caught up. And if you can recognize in yourself that this is a period where I'm not able to give the kind of concentrated effort that let's not say effort. We always want to give the effort, but we can't, don't have this time to really focus on the kids. Then we can always say, hey, I can find a place where they can receive the attention that I wish I was giving them right now, and then I can resume that, or at a later time. So, well, how do we get involved? How do we get to join the club?
Well, just give us a call or come by and visit one of our clubs after school. We encourage kids and certainly families to come by anytime so we can give them a tour. Donors or volunteers, same thing, to either check out our website or give us a phone call, and we'd love to show you the club. It's kind of our dirty little secret. When we can show somebody the club, we know we get them hooked because it's so engaging. So.
Excellent. Well, you know, it's just been delightful to have you all here, and continued success. And we're going to put up your web address, and we encourage you, you know, the folks to go online and see the information there if you want to contribute, volunteer, and particularly if you want your son or daughter to come, or the whole family to come and enjoy all the benefits that the Boys and Girls Club of Thurston County offer us. So thanks again for being with us. Our guests today have been Joe Ingolia, who is the Chief Executive Officer of the Boys and Girls Club of Thurston County, and our fine young man, Brandon Pavlik, who is the Youth of the Year for the Boys and Girls Club of Thurston County. And thanks to you, Patrick Grimes, who is the team coordinator at Boys and Girls Club. It's been a pleasure to have you. Keep up the good work. You know, not only do we love to have things that are good for our kids, our own kids, but it's good for our whole community if all the kids have the kinds of activities that serve them well. And this is certainly an option that everybody ought to look into. Great. Thanks so much for being here. For Robert Cam, I'm Lynn Harmon Lumpkin. Have a great day.
If you know of a local nonprofit organization that's making a difference in our community, give us a call at 956-3100 extension 103 or send an email to rkam@tctv.net.